my beautiful people. It's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is to celebrate National Nutrition Month for the month of March 2023. Now, before I get into the video, if you haven't noticed, I did cut off all my hair and I did get a color. So this is actually the first video. This is not the first video where my hair was cut because I did that last month. But this is the first video where I'm actually having it out and free. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, this video to celebrate National Nutrition Month for the month of March 2023, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to stay healthy, how to eat healthy, and also giving you some tips surrounding what to do when you're when you're going to your go-to bad eating, okay? So I am going to be giving you some facts and tips from eatright.org. They have a wonderful list of tips there. They have several resources that you can look at where you can get information, guidance, and inspiration for healthy eating. But I'm going to start off with 5 tips that I think are very important. And without any surprise, the first tip is drink more water. Why? Because water is very important. It is important to keep the body hydrated, and most of our body is actually made up of water. Or shall I say, no, I said it correctly. Most of our body is made up of water. So in order to function properly, you need to stay hydrated and drink a lot of water, which many of I'll say us, because even I at times, I'm not drinking. Shout out to Leo if you saw him going upstairs. But many of us do not drink enough water. So tip number 2 that I'm going to give you, real simple, because I like to keep it simple and visual. So if you have a plate, right, a circle, square, whatever kind of plate you eat out of, make half of your plate fruits and vegetables. That's a very easy way to keep it real simple. Make sure that whatever you're eating at the time of your meal, half of it's fruits and vegetables, and then the other half can be dedicated to whatever type of protein you're taking in, whether that be meat, beans, things like that, and then some grains. That can be the other half of your plate, but make sure half of it is fruits and vegetables. Tip number 3, start cooking, okay? So some people don't cook either because they can't cook or because they don't like to cook, okay? But the benefit of cooking more is A, you know what is going into your food. B, a lot of the times when you cook your meal, you're saving tons of money because the convenience factor is being paid for when you eat out or you order in, right? And then the other thing too is the more you cook, the more you learn actually how to blend meals or how to mix spices and certain herbs and seasonings and things like that to your liking. So it eventually could become actually something that you love to do. Okay, but yeah, get cooking. Those are a lot of, there are health benefits attached to cooking your own meals. So number 4, get to know food labels. So many people have intolerance to certain ingredients. Some people have allergies to certain ingredients. You know, everyone knows gluten-free is a big thing. Many people do not tolerate gluten, but there are a lot of different things that people do not tolerate, and they may not even realize that they can't tolerate these things because we're so programmed to actually not be paying attention to what we're putting in our bodies. And by getting to know the food labels, you can kind of start to see, oh wow, I ate this particular thing and it did not sit well with me, so I probably should avoid that thing in the future. It's very helpful and it can keep you healthy. Tip number 5, fix healthy snacks. And with that tip, I'm going to go into another thing specifically about snacks, because that's what does us in, right? That is where we kind of fall off the wagon, the snacks, okay? So these tips are specifically going to be geared towards healthy snacking. So tip number 1 for snacking. This might sound like common sense, but it's not really. So only snack when you are hungry. So if you're thinking like, okay, let me go pick up a snack. Think first, like, are you actually hungry or are you bored? Because many of us have grown accustomed to eating snacks when we get bored, because we're just like, I'll eat a bag of chips, or, I'm feeling like something sweet, I'll eat some cookies, or whatever the case may be. So only snacking when you're hungry and not also when you're bored, that's already gonna give you a better level of health, because you're not just grabbing for anything whenever you get bored. You're only snacking when you're hungry. And then the second tip is already have healthy things available or snacks prepared. Like, for instance, if you like nuts or berries, trail mix, hummus and whatever you eat your hummus with, right? Whatever you prefer, but things like celery and dip, carrots and dip, any kind of thing like that, where you already got it in the refrigerator or wherever. You've got yogurt already, portioned out, or whatever the case may be. It'll be easier for you to stay healthy if those healthy snacks are just as readily available as the junk food used to be for you, right? And then the other thing is practicing food safety. So I kind of, I didn't touch on this, but what I'm saying about food safety, certain things, it'll say on the label, like refrigerate after opening. For instance, we all should know things like a potato salad that may contain eggs, may contain mayonnaise, may contain other ingredients that you cannot just leave on the counter and eat later. Those type of things have to go back into the refrigerator. So it's just certain things like this about food safety to be aware of what type of precautions need to be taken for whatever type of food or snacks that you are eating. So I know that those were just a couple of tips that I went over with you, but I am going to put in the description box links to eatright.org. I'm going to put in there the 20 health tips PDF. I'm going to put in the smart healthy snacking for adults and teens, and I'm also going to put in there the link for the smart tips for successful meals, because they got a lot of good things on there, not like recipes, but they have some good stuff on there. So I'm going to put those all in the description box so you can have access to those. But if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend or a loved one. But I want to take this time out to just thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.